Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, where I have had a change of plans with things down this way. We will continue to build this liquid lock down here, but I've changed up the way I'm thinking of doing things with this toilet area, with this latrine. We've got our new battery stuff, so that's good, we can get rid of this. So we'll just demolish that. Replace it with a jumbo battery. What else are we researching? We're going straight to internal combustion, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. I want to get things set up over here, because instead of building this thing wide, I'm going to build it tall. Because I think that's a clever way to do things. Oh, figure this shit out eventually, won't we? We're going to do something like this. We're going to go along here, and then we're going to go up, and then we're going to have the toilets above, like upstairs, and then we'll have the all the wash basins, like the sinks, downstairs. There's a good way of doing things, I reckon. Okay, new duplicants. Do we want to pick someone, or water? Oh, if you didn't have that flatulent trait, you'd be perfect choice, I think, because I think I want someone to dig. Do I? I can't remember. I don't know who's doing what. It's been a while. I mean, I'm going to let May continue to level up in this job. But otherwise, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing with everybody just yet. Ah, bugger, I just realised I've taken away the battery, but I haven't decided to put a new one back in. That's dumb. The micro musher should also be on an 8, because I want to make sure that if I order food, food gets made. Yeah, we have no power, so we've got no oxygen generation at the moment, but at the moment we're okay. It's not a huge priority. Although these should be on an 8 at the very least, so that we do have power. You guys are all over the place at the moment, ain't you? It's alright, we'll figure this stuff out eventually. I've got to consider what I want to do about all this water, because it's kind of in the way of a lot of things that I want to build. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe tunnelling down as far as I can, and just digging out as much of this as possible. And it will, A, provide somewhere for all of our food, or all of our carbon dioxide to filter down to. I forgot to change the location of all of our food storage. But we can just drop all of these different water supplies down into one big chamber. And then we can just kind of keep the water storage down there for the time being. And eventually we'll sort out a permanent water tank. So it'll be something we get around to. I'm going to put another couple of cots in here just for when I do bring new duplicants in. So what do people like doing at the moment? You are interested in farming and digging. Turner is interested in operate, research and art. You're my researcher, weren't you? And you were my cook. So I've got farm, cook, and research. Those are the ones that I currently have. Okay. I have to think about this. I'm also trying to consider where I want to put things like farming, because this is probably not going to stay here. I want to try and keep the farming relatively central to things, I think, because that would work out far better. Temperatures are going to be a lot more mild in the centre, unless we put, structures and machines around that generate heat. So if we can do stuff to prevent that, then that's going to be good. I think I'm at the moment, things are taking their time to happen because we're lacking the duplicants to actually get things running. But obviously, the more duplicants we bring in, the more mouths we've got to feed, and yeah, it proves to be all kinds of a help. But we're actually getting meal lice now, so we can get lice loaf generated on a permanent basis. I've just set that to infinitely make lice loaf. So if there is meal lice available, then they'll go about making it. We're also going to stop them from eating the meal lice. If I uncheck all the boxes for this, it means they're not allowed to eat it. So they won't go about eating up any of the supply for that stuff, which is good. Right, this research is nearly done, so that will free up May for doing other tasks, which is going to be good. There's a bit of a pain in the arse that this mealwood harvest has come in, because all the duplicants are going to be busy tearing down these plants and not doing any other jobs. No, I don't... Oh no, you were going for water, fair enough. Yeah, we really need to bring on a fourth duplicant, I think. We need to get somebody else on board. We need to move all the... we need to get this changeover for the lavatories, because this is starting to fill up with CO2, which is going to make it less than pleasant when they want to go poop. I'd rather they, have a nice time when they go to do that. Burying down this way is going to help, because we've got some oxalite down here, and a very nice, healthy oxygen atmosphere. Oh, we've got some polluted oxygen. Where did that come from? I mean, I don't like it because there's slime here. I don't like slime. It's not nice. But I think I'm going to be far better prepared for dealing with it this time around, I think. So, it should be alright, I think. Especially once we start breaking into all this sort of stuff, when we can start getting access to things like hydrogen and chlorine. It's going to make a real difference to a lot of the stuff that we can do. Especially if we can handle those gases properly. Oh, we're at downtime, so everybody's off to go and eat. That's fine. How are we doing on food? We're doing pretty good. We've still got a little bit of meal lice left over, but we are turning it into lice loaf. And that's the important thing. Yeah, I think I am going to issue orders for some tunnelling down this way. Just get a priority 7 job to tunnel down into this and break open the sides a little bit just to let the air flow a bit better. We can let the oxygen up from here. CO2 can dissipate downwards. It should still hang around here. Hopefully enough that it will keep this sterile. I mean, we can always move the ration box down here and maybe even build like a little cubby hole for it or something, if it proves to be a problem. I know it's not a nice environment to be working in, but if you do it, then things will only improve for you. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I know the score. Hi, Mr. Draco. How are you doing? Are you having a nice time? You're stomping about. I do love some of the creature designs in this game. They're just so damn adorable. Except for the morbs. Where's a morb? Like, you guys are kind of terrifying, I will say. These little puffs. It just looks so weird. Like a fucking little dangly bit out the arse as well. It's like, ugh. No. But yeah, morbs are the ones that I don't like. They're the ones that fart out slime lung. Did we see one around here? I don't remember. It's mostly Dracos. Dracos are nice. Dracos I like. Dracos and hatches. Adorable. Right, we're nearly through down here. Come on, nails. Oh, brilliant. May's come to help. Good stuff. You're my miner, so... There we go, we've broken through. So that oxalite can get to work. We can start taking advantage of this O2 atmosphere and all the leftover CO2 that we don't want to be breathing. We can have that filter down here and just fill up this little area. Oh, there's a dust cap as well. Oh, brilliant. We can maybe get a good start on some dust cap farming. That would be desirable. Because we can use the mushrooms that we get from dust caps. We can fry those up without using water to produce them. So yeah, another way we can save on our water supply. Oh, and this is ready to go. Okay, what have we got? I do need to bring somebody else on, but I'm not 100% sure on who... Ooh, interior decorator. That's going to be less than great right now. So Camille, not you. We'll go with Lyra, I think it is. You will be a supply person for me, I think. Yeah, you seem to be the best out of it. You can't do build jobs, but otherwise, you're alright. Welcome aboard. I just kind of want to be watching that CO2 filter down this way as well now. There are no germs in that polluted oxygen, is there? No. It's just this one weird little pocket of the stuff. And it doesn't seem to want to shift. It just seems to want to sit there, and it's really odd. It's very bizarre. Oh, I think I managed to get that hatch stuck back that way as well, which is good. So I can close this off. Because once we're done putting all this together, we're going to dismantle everything in here. And I think I might put... Actually, I don't know. I was thinking about putting a corridor here, but I'm probably going to have farming underneath the printing pod. And then... yeah, that will all just kind of be open-ended either side. So it'll all act as corridors anyway. Do we have farm tiles yet? We don't. So that's going to need to be the next bit of research we do. Looking into more of the farming technology. For right now, I would like you guys to continue putting this new lavatory together. Well, it's currently going to be a latrine, but we'll get it upgraded to a washroom once we've got some plumbing sorted. Okay, we're nearly all sorted here. We just need to put in 3 outhouses. And then these will eventually get replaced with their plumbed upgrades. But I've locked the doors that are currently acting as a wall, or acting as airflow tiles up here on the right, on the top floor. Because that means that the duplicants are going to have to go past the sinks when they leave. So that just works out nicely there. Right, let's have a pause for a moment, just so I can figure out what I want you guys to be doing. I think I would like to continue burrowing down. I'm going to burrow down to about here. And we're going to dig out as much as we can around here. We'll dig all the way over to... Yeah, we'll go to this spot here, I think. And dig up all of these plants. And I want to get things ready for bringing... bringing things over for... or getting things ready for just kind of... unleashing the flood. Let all of the water just run down. We're going to be clearing out so much space, I reckon. It's going to be a bit insane. And we're going to have to make sure that we dig up the dust cap as well, because I want to make sure that I get around to planting that at some point. So carefully dig those up, please. Lyra, how did you get yourself stuck up there, you silly, silly person? Oh, you can't build either, can you? Fool! Fool of a dupe. There we go, you're down. Good girl. Good dupe. I still don't even know if you guys have genders or not. You've got like the haircuts and the eyelashes and stuff for them, but don't drop the lice loaf down there. It's getting exposed to pollution. That's going to be bad. Oh God. Oh. Ugh. Those things are... They're hilarious, but they're disgusting. Oh yes, we need to dismantle all this as well, don't we? Okay, that is going to be a level 8 priority as of the morning. I do want to try and get some sort of storage set up so that everything around here can be swept, because we're going to be having a load of resources lying around, like all this copper and algae and, you know, the sandstone not so much, because that's everywhere. We have raw materials for hours, for days, I should say. Dirt we're going to get pretty full of pretty quickly. But yeah, the copper, the sandstone, the algae, those are things we're going to want to put away. So I'm thinking I need somewhere to just chuck down some storage bins for a temporary storage. And this is probably going to end up being my farm, but I guess, actually. Or stick some storage bins all along here, I think. In fact, we're going to make a bit of a storage room, I think. Ladder down like that. I might do one of these on either side of this. That could be a good thing. That could be a good option for just getting stuff done. This is probably going to struggle with getting oxygen out once I blockade this in with fucking tiles and bins. And it might be alright. Who knows? Oh, that was full of CO2, wasn't it? Okay, it'll be alright, it'll be alright. Cool, pressure in here seems a bit extreme. Jeez. I'm pushing like 5-6 kilograms of CO2 in some tiles. Oh, that's gonna make your ears pop. Oh, poor old mate, you've gone straight into that CO2 environment just to dig out some stuff. And the oxygen will flow a fair bit easier once you finish this up. Just don't suffocate, okay? That's all I ask. Oh, we had food happen. All right, that's fair. At least the toilets have all been moved up here now, so this is going to be much nicer, especially once we clean it all up, sweep everything away, and we improve the actual quality of the bathroom. It's going to be quite nice once it's all done. I almost feel like I'm going to be redecorating the place. Is this oxygen not included, or is this a Sims? Okay, I think that oxalite is pretty much done. I want this stuff like kind of dug up on a decent value. You should be dug out, or I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm gonna dig out you, and then yeah, then we'll just kind of we'll get rid of this middle section, and then we'll hopefully have some storage bins in place, and we can start sweeping stuff up. I do want, just as a precaution for later on, this is going. Oh, I need to get all the way up to sanitation for that. Oh, go for it. I want to put mesh tiles underneath this, so that once I start like digging everything out above it, the water can just flow through, but the mesh tiles will catch any of the debris. So once we have cleaned and swept up this little basin, we might build some walls up around the edges just to kind of keep everything fairly well contained, because if this is going to be a central ladder shaft, I want to make sure that we've got the the space allocated for that set of ladders. I have some kind of a plan for things. I always like to think that I've got a plan, but probably going to be dreadful. So, I mean, with that in mind, the wall would probably go about here, I think. So we can start putting that in place. I'm hoping these guys will be able to reach if they dig out the underneath. Yeah, they can. Okay, cool. We'll just get rid of the rest of it. That polluted water is going to be there stinking the place up for a bit, though, so that's less than desirable. Oh, look at that. Nice and clean. Nice and clear. Dig up that little buried muck root as well. A little bit of food for you guys, which I'm sure you'll appreciate. Won't you? Fucking well better. Yeah, the atmosphere around this ration box is kind of fluctuating. We do have quite a lot of germs on some of this stuff. How has that lice loaf got so many germs on it? Where do germs come from? I mean, I know there's germs down here, but... Ugh. Everything else looks fine. I mean, it won't... it might be the polluted oxygen. That's probably what it is. Okay. We're going to move the ration box down into... we're gonna dig out a little cubby hole down here for it. In fact, we may as well just set that. Although there's a CO2 environment down here. We could maybe get something a little closer to the farming. But then the farming is going to be moving here anyway, and eventually we'll have refrigerators, so it doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, we'll copy settings to that. We'll issue a deconstruct on that one. And new duplicants, what have we got? I don't really want any of that. Another unconstructive one. A slow learner, only bird operate... No, we're going to reject all of you. I don't even want the nutrient bars because the duplicants don't like them. We are going to want to continue things with this liquid lock. Because my plan is to bring the water recycling stuff for this little latrine, or for the washroom, is going to sit in the back behind all of this, so we're going to need to break into this sort of area in order to clear some space. Not anywhere near as much as we were going to need to do if I was making the washroom, long room. But we're certainly going to need to clear some space out here, so my little strategy of getting in and just kind of like building blocks along here to shift the atmosphere around is still going to be a thing. It's still going to happen. Oh, there's a mob. I saw him. I saw his little beady eye. Come here, show yourself. You little shit. There you are. Fuck him. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. One of my duplicants is going to come over here and he's going to shoot you in the face. Okay, research completed. That was plumbing. Alright. Not the one that I was really after. But, I mean, we've got other things that we need to be doing at the moment. We need to get this storage built. So, kindly get on with that, would you? Everybody. Yeah, we're going to dig out that as well. We're just going to keep kind of going down. And I want 5 rows of all of this stuff, so bring it down like that. I think once we get this storage all sorted, we'll issue the big sweep job for things down here. At least for things on this little bit up this way. Then we're going to dig out the remainder of this and tidy things up down the bottom. And by that point, we should hopefully have mesh tiles we can start building across this. I may even build them just kind of like one tile at a time, just breaking through this slowly as we go across. I don't know, we'll have to see how things go with that. I may have to build it lower down just to ensure that no debris is going to fall. Now, I'm going to be really annoyed if that happens. Ooh, we got a job mastered. May has mastered the apprentice miner job. That's bloody brilliant, but that's not the job that I want her doing. I want her to be a farmer. So, we're going to switch you over to farmhand. No, we're not, because that's going to be detrimental to your morale. So we're just going to unassign you from that. You're still qualified to do the job, so you should still be able to dig through the materials. You want to be an engineer or a chef? Engineer or research assistant? Yeah, you were the researcher. Farm, cook, research. Lyra wants to be a supplier, so you can get the gopher job. You can start training up in that. Got a nice big pile of copper right here as well. That's going to be nice. And loads of coal that we can eventually dig into. What have we got? That's polluted oxygen. That is one tiny little pocket of polluted oxygen. Sometimes you do find them, like, you'll find, like, little pockets like that, or you'll find, like, some like these ones, which, like, this has got hydrogen and the polluted oxygen in it, and they'll just kind of fight over these 3 tiles. They'll never balance properly. It's kind of amusing. I find it amusing. You know, I'm easily entertained. Oxygen's still doing alright. Not much to complain about. Complain about things down here where the CO2's heavy, but otherwise, you know, things are pretty good. Oh god, most of this stuff got built in on a 9. I mean, okay, yeah, that's fine, actually. I'm going to change all of this to a 9, just because I want it done. Kinda need it. But we're going to have top 2 rows are going to be for raw materials. We're going to have the middle row for dirt, this row for sand, and then this one's going to be a kind of mixture of various different things. So I have kind of like organics in this one, I guess. Algae, eggshells, I'll have those there. This one can be for metal ore, so we'll just have copper. This one can be for consumable ore, so that will be coal. And hopefully nothing else, because I know there are other things that they might pick up. I don't want them to be stupid. I'm going to just start copying all of these settings over. Raw material. And then these last two, going to have seeds right in the back. And is there anything else that I need to put in? Not sure. We'll change the consumable ore, the metal ore. Can go in that one. We'll change this one from metal ore to the... We'll just have eggshells in that one. We'll just store algae in this one. I think that should work fine. So we're going to quickly issue a sweep job of these bits up here, because I mean we'll still be able to get to them. It's just going to, you know, involve a bit more of a trek, and I want to make things as easy as I can for my dupes. It's nice to look out for them. Ah, they're busy with mealwood at the moment. Oh yeah, we got our sanitation research done. So we've got sinks, we've got lavatories, we've got showers. Oh. I do not need a shower over there, thank you very much. What am I going to shower in? Abyssalite? No thanks. And we got mesh tiles. These are what we're after. So we're going to build... We'll build them across like this. Oh god, we don't want to build them on a 9. Build them on a 6. But yeah, I want these guys to focus on this stuff first. And hell, I'm even tempted to try and make this water tank like fit both ladder shafts. I don't think that's going to be necessary. As long as I've got one that can fully access all the way down here and maybe beyond, we should be alright. But I think in the long run, I'm probably going to make a permanent water tank, like kind of up towards the top. But I'm undecided on where that's going to eventually end up. We'll figure things out as we go, I guess. But yeah, sweep job needs to happen, so... priority 8 on that. And, you know what, all of this, we'll just get as much of the bulk job done as we can first. We don't have to worry about... we don't have to worry about food for the time being. We don't have to worry about research right now. As long as you guys get to this sweep stuff, everything's going to be good in my books. I just want to clear things up before we move on. What did I tell you about doing this sort of stuff? Why are you putting those in? Why are you not going to do the sweep? You know where to put everything. You've just built all the storage for it. Are we? We're starting it. Good. Okay, there we go. The sweep has begun. I'm going to preemptively set up a liquid pump down here as well. And we're just going to weave all this stuff around. We'll eventually just embed it into the wall tiles. But I want to get the basic infrastructure in for for the pump so I can get the water back out. But otherwise, I think we're doing alright. What can I get out of my people today? Good God, you really did not luck out with a lot of this stuff, did you? Loud sleeper with a reduced immune regen and less strength. You're fucking dreadful, ain't you? Oh, you're interested in ranching. How many beds do I currently have? I've got 2 spare. I am going to want somebody who can ranch, so... Okay. Slow learner, that's fine. Night owl, that's good. Alright, Nicola, you're coming with us. There's another mouth to feed, but with the amount of lice loaf we're producing at the moment, I think we should be fine. And it's another pair of hands to help deal with all this sort of stuff, so... Wake the fuck up, and get to it. Trying to figure out if I'm making this basin big enough. I mean, these walls are going to come up to meet the mesh tiles, so I think they probably will. Because we're going to be adding this water supply, and this one. I want to bring all of them in. Because once I unleash this one, once this comes flooding down, I'm going to try and build like a little bit of a... I'm going to kind of cut things off here. And then release this water down this chute so that it kind of falls in down this side. And then I'm going to do a similar thing with the one up here. I'm just going to kind of release the flood down this way and hopefully funnel it into this. I think this could work. I feel like I'm being ever so slightly ambitious with my plan for this, but I think it can work relatively well. But you guys really need to get on with things. I know you've got a very roundabout route to go and pick all this stuff up, and I do apologise for that. There's also a lot of stuff to pick up, so, yeah. There is that. Dug out a lot of crap. In fact, yeah, I think I'm going to cancel these bits there. And we'll just get started on digging stuff up, I think. I'm going to change our focus. Oh, one thing that's going to prove to be a problem is these little hatches are likely to drown. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to drown you. I'm going to feel really bad if I do that. Oh, we are getting a nice, thick carbon dioxide atmosphere down here, though. Oh, unpleasant. I really hope those hatches move out of here before I have to flood the place. I'm not going to be looking forward to letting that happen. They're going to drown. I'm going to feel bad. I want to domesticate them, not drown them. Right, we've dug out all of the space that we want, so we're going to issue a priority 8 sweep on everything along there. Oh, you guys are getting busy with all this now. Okay. Fair. Fair play. Yeah. I'll live with that. Preps things ready for the final drop, I suppose. Right. We're going to get one more look at the printing pod, I think. Yeah. There we go. Have we got any builders? You've got no interests whatsoever. You've got no hobbies. Never. Ooh, algae. Yeah, I'll have the algae. Thanks. Right, I'm going to let another cycle pass and hope that they get a decent amount of this sweep stuff done. I don't think we're going to have it all completely finished by the time I need to sign off. I mean, we've done a good job so far. We've managed to transform this little space into a nice little latrine. Oh god, I just realised that these are not on the right priorities either. Those all need to be an 8. And that will just get things connected into the wall. So once all is said and done, we can plug this up to whatever plumbing and power system we need to, without having to get the duplicants to dive down into the basin, which I think they would consider preferable, if you ask me. I certainly would. I wouldn't want to go working in those conditions. Sometimes that's your lot in life. Sometimes you got no say in the matter. Ooh dear, that is some not great looking O2. I think we need another diffuser. Where can I put that? Should I put one here, I think? Could be a good spot for it. But first things first, guys, priorities. Focus on this. We're nearly done. I don't know where those hatches have gone. I know one's there. Oh, they're both there. They've both been burrowed. Okay. Well, we didn't quite get all of this done. We got a decent amount of it done, but the duplicants have just gone off for downtime. Obviously dropping bits of dirt and sandstone and other crap all over the place. So we're not getting this finished today, but we will get it sorted next time. For now, I'm going to have to wrap this episode up here. So, yeah, this is continuing to go well. I've had this running on max speed for as long as, well, for, I don't know, like the last half hour, while I've definitely been trying to sort out this basin. It's been on max speed for the most part. But we'll leave things there, and for now I am going to wrap this episode up here, and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Jesus. Oh, I like her. She's great.